They laughed, not behind my back, to my face, like a door slamming shut, right as I reached for the handle. But here's the twist I didn't see coming. The same mouths that mocked me would be the hands that applauded me. If I made it to the end. If this moment already hits home, hit like, so someone who needs this finds it when it matters most. Fluorescent lights, a mic that squeals, shoes tapping on linoleum like a countdown. I stood there with a small plan and a shaking voice. They stood there with jokes loaded like stones. "Let's keep this short," someone said. Laughter, that quick, sharp kind. My heart tried to leave through my ribs. Palm slick, breath thin, words sitting heavy in my throat like unlifted weights. What would you have done? Walk away clean, or stay and risk shattering in front of everyone? I opened my mouth and nothing came out. Just air. More laughter. I saw a whisper pass from one row to another like a spark looking for fuel. Close up, the trembling paper in my hand. Close up, the clock that suddenly got louder. Close up, my reflection in a blackened window, tiny, unsure, almost apologizing for existing. Then I felt it. Not courage. Not yet. A question. What if the only bridge to the finish is the humiliation of the start? So I started. One sentence. Then a second. A wobble. A stumble. A stand. Picture a worksite with no machines. Just hands. The builders hold up a stone, odd, uneven, ugly, and toss it aside. Useless. Rejected. Forgotten. But when the arch begins, the curve demands a strange fit. Only the rejected stone can carry the crown. I kept speaking, and that old story moved through me. Maybe my odd rhythm wasn't a flaw. Maybe it was the fit. Maybe the stumble at the start would make the ending hit harder. The room didn't know that yet. Neither did I. But the idea held me like a railing in a storm. Cut to the nights no one saw. A second-hand desk. A lamp like a small sun. I practiced when the city slept. I read paragraphs aloud until syllables obeyed. I cut filler. I shaved edges. I built an outline that could stand up in wind. I learned breath. 2 seconds before the hard line, 3 seconds after. I added story beats every few seconds to keep attention from wandering. A sound, a hand, a face, a flashback. I wasn't hunting perfection. I was building stamina, because the world forgives rough starts. It does not forgive weak finishes. Present tense. The mic steadied. My voice caught a rhythm. Small at first, then sure. The laughter didn't stop. It shifted, turned into the quiet sound a room makes when people are deciding if they misjudged you. I gave them images. A field of failures that bloom only at night. A door that opens from the inside when the handle outside breaks. A runner who trips in the first step but still breaks the tape. Bleeding, yes, but across the line. I asked questions I had asked myself at 2 a.m. What if your start is a storm designed to test your anchor? What if your finish demands a price, patience you didn't know you had? A heckle slipped out. Soft, but meant to bruise. Get to the point. I did. I told the story of the exam I failed. The job I didn't get. The love that left. I didn't make myself the hero. I made myself the laboratory. Every error, an experiment. Every fall, data. And the data said, you can't control how they start with you. You can control how you finish this. Camera on the front row, crossed arms, raised eyebrows, that familiar skepticism. Camera on my hands, steady now. Camera on my eyes, locked in. I gave them one more image. A violinist tuning in a noisy market. The crowd hears nothing but chaos. Then one note rings true, and the chaos has to choose, hush or clash. I drew the note. Slow, long, unapologetic. My cadence changed, clean, clipped, confident. My last line in that section landed like a hammer. I'm not here to be loud at the start. I'm here to be undeniable at the end. The room went very still. Here's the risk you know too well. If I collapse now, the laughter becomes legend. If I hold the line, the ending rewrites the beginning. I took a step forward. Soft voice. Open hands. Wherever you are, classroom, break room, back row, they may laugh when you begin. Let them, but make them decide again when you finish. You could feel the air lean in. I told them about the night I almost quit. The clock that wouldn't move. The mirror that wouldn't lie. I remembered writing a sentence on a torn page. Finish on purpose. And then I did what I promised myself I would do if I ever got this chance. I finished on purpose. No rush. No apology. No begging for approval. Just the truth, delivered clean. What you're building isn't applause. It's a spine. Right here, choose one word you'll carry when you feel eyes on your stumble. Drop that word in the comments. Then tap hype. Not for me, but for the next struggler scrolling who needs this today. Every hype pushes this story further until the right eyes see it. I took the final breath. Spoke the final line. Silence. Like the sea holding its breath before a wave. Then the wave. Hands, not mouths. Applause that washed the room clean. They clapped. Not because I was perfect, because I finished. And the finish was strong enough to carry the beginning on its back. Outside, the night air had the taste of rain. I walked alone and counted streetlights like milestones. Did the laughter matter now? It mattered because it measured the distance I had crossed. I remembered every late night, every scratch of pen on paper, every breath I practiced when no one watched. Excellence is quiet for a long time. Then it speaks once, and the room remembers. If you're a student with red ink bleeding through your page, if you're an employee with ideas dismissed in a meeting, if you're a dreamer who trembles when it's your turn, listen. Don't bargain with the beginning. Don't chase the laugh. Don't punch at the shadows. Build the finish. Line by line, beat by beat, rep by rep. Make the end so clear, so clean, so true, that the start is forced to apologize. This is the part that will strain you. Great finishes are expensive. You will pay in sleep, pride, comfort, and excuses. You will meet boredom, and you must outlast it. You will meet doubt, and you must outwork it. But the receipt you get at the end is worth the price. The sound of a room deciding it misjudged you. Ask yourself, what will you lay down tonight to buy that sound tomorrow? What will you start, imperfectly, so you can finish, undeniably? Weeks later, I stood in another room. Different faces. Same risk. I remembered the laughter like a distant storm. I remembered the applause like a distant shore. And I remembered the bridge between them. A decision. Then 1,000 small decisions after that. I began again. Not loudly. On purpose. If this story stirred something in you, like, subscribe, and share for more daily stories. Someone out there is at their beginning. Help them reach their finish. Final mic drop truth. Start small if you must. Just finish strong enough to make the beginning change its mind.